This video will walk you through logging into the computer system for an ITV class using Blackboard Collaborate. To begin, locate the Blackboard Collaborate ITV Meeting Directions binder located on the desk next to the computer. Inside, you will find instructions for Student Classroom Login under the Students tab. It will give you the user ID and password to log into the desktop computer, as well as the URL for Blackboard and step-by-step instructions. Please note the dial-in phone number for the session is located here. You will need to enter the PIN and record it every session. We'll go over that as we go over Blackboard Collaborate. My name is Kim Ashburn, and my number is located at the bottom of all of these documents. You may dial it directly from your cell phone, or if using the phone in the classroom, dial extension 6944. You will also find a Blackboard credentials table inside. Underneath that, locate your course, your instructor, the campus you're on. This will give you the user ID to log into Blackboard as well as the password. So to begin, please hit Control-Alternate-Delete on the machine. This will bring you to a login screen. Here you're going to enter the user name and password provided to you in the instructions for logging in. The username is ITV class. The password is capital C, lowercase DC, 5-PL, comma. This will log you into the computer. Here you will use the username and password you found on the Student Blackboard Credentials table located inside the binder. For this video, we're going to use Test Wharton. Log in. Once you log in, under My Courses, you can see the course that your ITV should be available for your ITV class today. Please keep in mind you should log in as the ITV student using the credentials on the Blackboard credentials table, not as yourself. You don't want everyone to have access to your information. Once you've logged in, click on the course. On the menu, there should be something titled Collaborate or Blackboard Collaborate or Live Classroom. Click on this. Once you're inside here, it will show you sessions. You should see a course room. Hopefully the course room is locked. Do not use or enter the course room unless instructed to do so by your instructor. Otherwise, you will look down here and find the session for today. It will have the date and it will say in progress. Click on this. Right now, you'll want to hit Join Session. This will bring you into the Collaborate session. The first thing you want to do when you enter into a Collaborate session is go up here on the menu on the left-hand side where these three little bars are, is click on that. Click on Use Your Phone for Audio and write down this PIN number. This PIN number is unique to each person and each session, so you must write it down at the beginning of every class. Once you've done that, you'll go over here and you will share your video. Sharing your video will allow your instructor to see you. Once your instructor has logged in, you'll be able to see them here in the main screen. The next thing you'll want to do is click on the microphone. Make sure that it lights up green, indicating that it's working, and then immediately click on it again to mute it. You will always keep your mic muted unless you're answering a question to your instructor. If your instructor asks a question or you need to address them, unmute, talk, and immediately mute again. This will eliminate all audio background noise and help with the clarity of the session. The other buttons down here will allow you to raise your hand. And this is your session status and settings. Your instructor may have you use these to serve for surveys and polls. You'll just follow the directions as needed. The only other thing you'll really need to know as a student how to utilize and collaborate is this in this panel here, the Collaborate panel. Click on that to open that. You'll see here you have chat. The first is a chat bubble. This will allow you to send a message. If you're unable to hear your instructor, get their attention, you need to say something, you can type it here. Please keep in mind that you are addressing everyone. Everyone in the session can see you. You do not have the ability to privately chat one-on-one. The next thing you'll see is the attendees list. This will show you everyone that's in class and in session. The next is sharing content. You don't have that ability unless your instructor has given you permission and provided you with instructions. The other setting here in this menu is the Universal Settings wheel. If you're having issues setting up cameras, or if you have 2 cameras installed on your computer, you'll want to go to Setup, Camera and Microphone. This is a possibility in some of our ITV rooms as small cameras are being used as microphones, so you may need to switch. The audio will always be whatever the default audio is. But here you can switch between cameras. As you can see, I have 2, a front or a rear camera. You'll select the camera that you want to use. Hit yes, it's working. Just keep in mind when you use the setup feature for camera and microphone, you must go back and reshare your video. All other settings inside of the settings wheel are not really applicable to student sessions. Other settings that are important to note as a student is that when your instructor chooses to share content like PowerPoint slides or Word documents, you may or may not be able to see them clearly as they're shared. You have the ability over here where the document with the magnifying glass is to zoom in. You can zoom in as much as you need to read the document, scroll up and down, or zoom out. Please be aware when you do this, it does not affect the view on anyone else's side, so you're not affecting how other sites see this document. Also, your instructor may give you the ability to draw on files. If they do so, please remember the only person that has the ability to delete this is your instructor. So whatever you choose to write will stay there unless your instructor erases it. At this time, I want to give you a couple of troubleshooting tips should you run into errors or trouble in your Collaborate sessions. If you cannot hear your instructor, make sure you check the volume on the computer at the bottom is turned on and that the speakers in front of the computer are turned on and turned up as well. Also, if your instructor cannot hear you, you might want to look for your microphone and make sure that the microphone setting on the desk is turned on. Another helpful tip is that if for some reason you're having a hard time keeping a connection, you might want to let your instructor know that you're going to go ahead and quit sending video and audio, and that way you'll be able to watch, hopefully using less bandwidth and able to maintain a connection. Another helpful tip is if you're having problem loading a session or it keeps kicking you out, go ahead and just close out the tab at the top and go back into the session. As always, if you have problems, make sure you leave a note or email me or phone me after the class, whether you're able, especially if you're able to get it working, let me know after the class. You can call me at any time should problems arise. Just pick up the desk computer and dial extension 6944 or dial me directly at 979-532-6944. Please note that next to the phone on every desk in every ITV room, there's a list of telephone numbers. They give you numbers to help at each campus, as well as my number, as well as the direct line into all the other ITV rooms. You must dial the whole number if using your cell phone, but if you're using a desk phone inside of our classrooms, just dial the extension, the last 4 digits of the phone number. Thank you, and I hope you have a great semester. At this time, please feel free to ask the DE representative in the room with you if you have any questions.